Good morning. How's everybody doing? Uh, any car that I could have probably be a Porsche 911 Carrera, fire engine red. I think so. That's what I'd go with. All right. So on this day, 1497, John Cabot lands in Newfoundland, part of Canada, uh, claiming it for England, and becomes the first European in the North American continent um, since the Vikings. Also on this day, 1812, Napoleon begins his invasion of Russia. Waited a little long to invade Russia, and he got caught up in the Russian winter and got decimated. This was kind of the beginning of the end of Napoleon. 1922, the American Professional Football Association is renamed from the National Football League. I'm hoping we get to see football this year. I really am. Uh, Also on this day in 1950, the Group Areas Act is passed in South Africa. This formally segregates the races into white, black, and kind of other. Remember, South Africa was an English colony, and there were a lot of Indians um, from that migrated there during the Industrial Revolution to work. Gandhi was one of them. He kind of developed part of his ideas on English colonialism from his time in South Africa. So that solidified it, made it law in South Africa. And kind of 45 years later, in 1995, South Africa defeats New Zealand in the Rugby World Cup. And Nelson Mandela hands the Wee Ellis Trophy, the kind of Lombardi Trophy of rugby, to I can't remember his name, Francois something, Pinier, something like that. The captain of the South African rugby team, a white guy. So now you have Nelson Mandela, who 5-6 years ago was in jail. Now handing over the trophy to his team captain, kind of a sign of, the improved race relations, ending of segregation in South Africa. If you've ever watched the movie Invictus with Matt Damon and Morgan Freeman, that's what that whole thing's about. All right, quote of the day: politicians should wear sponsor jackets like NASCAR drivers. Then we would know who owns them. By Robin Williams. So true. So true. And then the what? Flea, the basis of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, keeps over 200,000 bees in his backyard. And he calls them Flea's Bees. Pretty funny. Let's see. I got my rental car. They're gonna warranty my sunroof, so I don't have to pay for that, which is cool. Now I have a ride. Unfortunately, I don't have a dentist appointment to go to, so that was rough. My feet hurt after 3 miles there, 3 miles back. So my question for you guys today, Luke, and anybody else who's watching, I see like there's between 4 and 8 views daily. But only Luke comments. Why is that? Somebody else should comment. Anyway, my question to you: what is the most unusual pet you ever had? Now, personally, growing up in New York City, we couldn't have big pets. We couldn't have dogs. My mom didn't like cats. And so we wound up growing up. The only thing I had was obviously fish, a hamster, a couple of hamsters, and a rabbit. When I got a little bit older, one of my first things I taught was science, and I had this whole animal breeding program, and I had chinchillas. It was cute. Every year we'd have a baby that could literally run laps in my hand, and bearded dragons. So those were two of the most unusual pets that I've had. What about you guys? All right. Have a good one. I will talk to you tomorrow. Keep those trombone videos coming, Luke.